Marion, tell me a little bit about why you decided to buy in Portugal. How did the process of finding a house abroad start for you?
Well, I took early retirement nearly 18 months ago. We had some available capital and we're from Scotland. So looking out on the grey skies and the permanent rain and the heating on and very seduced with the idea of moving somewhere warm. And obviously daytime television helps enormously.
Yes, it does. And you met, obviously, Jermaine at the Place in the Sun exhibition. Was that just a chance meeting that brought you to us? Had you heard of Ideal Homes before?
We'd heard about Ideal Homes because we had been looking online for property and having done a little bit of a filter exercise on where we might wish to go. We gradually worked our way south. Yeah. And then it ended up with Portugal's probably the right place. Then we started looking at Portuguese properties, so we're familiar with the Ideal Homes brand simply because we've been putting your property up. And then of course we saw the Place in the Sun show and decided let's go down there and be the line in the den and actually get on with this, because concentrated bunch of people to talk to was probably the best way to go.
But yeah, it certainly worked. It really did, because it answered all our questions, one place, face to face, and it was very reassuring actually.
Thank you. So Jermaine booked you for one of our specialised viewing trips to come over and find your property. And how did you find that? How have you enjoyed that?
It's been absolutely stunning. It has been fantastic. It went so smoothly. I think the speed with which it was achieved as well, because having made the decision, instead of then hanging around thinking, oh, next month or the month after, we managed it within 10 days, so from the exhibition to arrival, and we can't fault it. We were met at the airport, taken to a lovely hotel, and what we've achieved, I mean, in the first day, I think we saw quite a few properties anyway, but what we weren't sure about was what we wanted, and I think in common with a lot of people, they have a wish list. And they say, oh, we'd like this and we'd like that. And we were sort of hovering between an apartment, so we wouldn't have to worry about a garden, but we could lock up and leave if we wanted to wanting a villa, house, garden, pool. I mean, the wish list was a bit unrealistic. So within day one, we'd already said, no, this is realistic, this is what we want, this is what we can afford. And then Sasha's made it so easy for us, because we had the point of comparison when we'd said, this is probably what we want, but he's then taken us so that we could rule out what we thought we wanted.
Yes.
And that was really, really good, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it's part of the process of negativity. We don't want that. That's not what we want. We thought we wanted that, but, and so on. So we went a full circle, and he showed us a fairly wide range of possibles, which we have, for one reason or another, eliminated. So we came back a full circle and came back to one of the first ones that he showed us.
Simple. Ticked all the boxes basically. So it's really good, very positive.
So it was the service of showing you the areas, showing you all the alternatives. That was the part of the service that.
Well, the thing is, if we'd organised this trip ourselves and come across, hired a car, and then gone and seen estate agents to go and view properties, it would have taken us a fortnight or so to achieve the same amount that we've done in 3 days.
But I think it's also insider knowledge, because we were able to ask questions, we were, and having a native speaker would sort of also help us with pronunciation. I think I'd have been, talking gibberish, saying follow the sign for, and trying to pronounce somewhere, but also with the common sense approach. If you buy this, don't forget you've got that tax, or you can't develop this one, or, and things that we wouldn't have known. So, it's been so easy but so enjoyable too.
Yeah, I think it's the knowledge of the locality, the geography, because we can say, how far to, and he would say, well, it's going to take you 15 minutes, 20 minutes by car. There is no public transport from here, or there is public transport, but it's infrequent. And that sort of knowledge is invaluable, because you can immediately put a tick in the box and say, yes, that satisfies us, or it doesn't. in many cases some of the options were just immediately ruled out simply because it didn't meet what we wanted.
Absolutely. You're not just buying bricks, you're buying a new life.
Exactly. Yes.
And what advice would you give to other people in your position who are considering buying property?
I think the first thing is get your finance lined up before you come over, so you know exactly how much you have or you have not got. Don't forget all your legal fees and so on top. And don't be surprised if you're showing property which is a bit out of the blue, because if you're not very clear on what you want, you're going to be shown a range of possibilities which you can then narrow things down.
So don't write anything off. I mean, but it's been, you know, I would seriously recommend, and it's been so positive because you need somebody with you that knows the area. And our wish list sometimes was, you know, are we sure? Are we really sure?
Nope.
You know, and be prepared to have your minds changed, but positively, because it's practical. And the other thing that is becoming absolutely clear, we've only been here the 3 days, it's a mindset. We are used to you know, at home, keeping warm, staying in. I mean, that's your priority in Scotland. I mean, it must be the same across the UK. And when you come here, you've got to think, I'm not going to be spending that amount of time inside. So you've immediately got to rethink your priorities. What, you know, I want cool, I want outdoor space. And that's the point about when we said we wanted to be able to walk to somewhere, not drive. So that you've got the whole experience, not just the house, the new culture, but to get out and to be able to go and experience it, but the local colour,
Yes.
you know, and have the company as well of similar-minded people. Obviously, I'm not that fussed about, you know, who they are in terms of, you know, talking about the different nationalities, but that's exciting in itself. You know, new friends, different cultures again, but have the Portuguese experience actually on the doorstep, which is, you know, really, really important to us.
Oh, that's lovely. So I suppose the burning question, would you recommend Ideal Homes to other people in your position?
Absolutely.
That's lovely.
Absolutely.
Listen, Marion Ken, thank you so much. Congratulations
It's got a leading
on your
question
new
now.
home in Portugal. Very